I was just playing a practice game while I waited for Streamlabs to load. But as soon as I'm done this game, not even the match, the game, I'm just going to scoop and I'm going to start a league because I don't have a shitload of time, so I'm going to do this quick. But first I got to kill the motherfucker. So they just brainstormed. I know they had a spell pierce in hand, but now I know they can't cast it because they tapped out. Oops, I just unclicked this. So I'm going to cast this Thoughtseize. Just in case they drew a brainstorm, I'm going to try and get cute. Excuse me. I also know they have a lightning bolt in hand, but now they can't cast it. So, unless they ripped, like, double days or something, I think, or triple days, or, like, double force, like, they could have ripped real good, but those are the only ways I eat shit here, so. I'm going to take the liberty of Thoughtseizing them, because I just think it's very unlikely. Oh, they drew all 4 Delvers, that's fine. So I'm just going to teach this Rat Bastard a lesson, and then I'm going to leave the match for maximum impact. Alright. I saw the writing on the wall. Time to leave the match. Let's go get in a league. So this will be the first Legacy League that I've played since I 5-0'd like weeks ago. I just haven't had time. So I'm glad I like got one in on stream, a 5-0 in on stream before I like practically had to quit Magic. I'm still able to get some games in here and there. I play in the 2-man queues and then the practice room, but like I feel like if I'm going to stream a league, I should do some community service. Or if I'm going to play a league, I should do some community service and stream a league. This hand's fine. And so I just don't really have the time to sit down and play a league. I probably should just get into leagues and play them one by one, like one game here and there, but whatever. When I don't have a lot of time, I like the lower stress of like a 2-person queue. Get my mouse all greasy from this popcorn, I mean. Let me get this out of here. Alright, so let's sing. Volk into Preordain kind of screams combo deck to me. That's a good draw. I'm going to start off with the Duress because I don't want them show and telling me to death like tomorrow. And I'm fetching the basic swamp just in case. Once in a while you see a Delver deck that will play 1 or 2 Preordains just for that extra Xerox power. So the fact that they daze it definitely makes me think it's Delver. I'm not going to pay for that. This hand is still fairly resilient. Like, we got our business, we got our cantrips, so I'm feeling okay. I don't know if show and tell lists ever play daze. Like, I suppose this could be a daze ant list. And the Volk is just like the land they had. So I don't want to be too laid back here with how I approach this. Alright, another cantrip is good. Whoops. I'm going to fetch the basic island still, though, because I don't want to get blown out by a wasteland. Seeing the second Preordain is definitely making me think it's some kind of combo deck, though. I'll Preordain. I was trying to think if I should dig deeper with Ponder and look for discard. Do I want it? I almost want to just do this, put both on top. And I already did it before I really thought about it. But this way, if they have discard, if they hit me and they take presumably my Doomsday, then I'll just be like reasonably confident that they're on the, especially if it's like duress, reasonably confident they're on the ant dazed list, and I'll just kill them next turn. A little more popcorn over here. They're brainstorming. I'd really like to see cards out of them that aren't, like, to confirm one way or the other, whether they're on Delver or they're on some other crap. Did they mull? They didn't mull. The fact that they didn't mull and kept a hand without a threat for this long makes me think it's more likely that it's some kind of combo deck. Which makes me want to just fucking jam. But it's kind of hard to justify. And I don't want to, like, I don't know, overthink myself too much here. I'll ponder. Okay, so there's the Thoughtseize. I'm just going to take the Thoughtseize. And I'll Thoughtseize right now. And then next turn I'll have enough stuff to go off through some counter, like some soft counters if they've got more. So, and in fact, I could even Dark Ritual Doomsday this turn to force them to use another counterspell, and then next turn I'll draw another Swamp, and I could hardcast the second Doomsday. The fact that they got a second Valk and have a Spell Pierce makes me think that this is definitely not Storm. I wonder if it's right to do the Dark Red Doomsday right now. If I do that, and it resolves, next turn, I could draw I could have, like, do, like, Thoughtseize, Frenzy, LED Doomsday Tendrils, and kill them off past the turn pile. And then if they do counter, I can just try again next turn. Although my Storm count won't be high enough next turn. It'll be 3. Let's get 9 Storm. I think I'm just going to hold off. For now. So there's a Misty. Still no Wastelands or anything. This is just looking weird, is all. I'm just not really sure what to make of this. You gonna put a threat down? For once? Dreadhorde Arcanist. Alright. So I'm definitely feeling incentivized to go for it here. Third Vogue. And a Ponder. They could easily be hiding Force of Will still. They shuffled with that Ponder, though. I think I'm definitely supposed to go for it here. Just play all the other land. Like, I got enough mana to play through some soft counters. So, it's really just unless they have Force of Will that I'll have a problem. Alright, they let it resolve, so there's no, not much else I can do besides just try and kill him. We'll just do it. Just try and kill him. They let it resolve, they let it resolve. Hopefully they don't have anything super gross. Not sure why I cracked that for blue. It doesn't really matter much. I do have red mana here. So, alright. The fact that they let that resolve makes me think they just don't have anything. This is all very unusual to me. The way they used their counter magic was weird. Like, dazing so aggressively there. I assumed the Dreadhorde was the only threat in their hand, and they were just trying to get, like, max value out of it. Like, they didn't want me to know about it, and they wanted to be able to resolve their preordains. Okay. Weird. Alright, that's fine. So, against Delver, since I'm no longer playing Empty the Warrens, what I've been doing is, my theory is that if you don't let them have threats for very long, then they can't kill you. So I bring in the Fatal Pushes and the Pyroblast, and I cut Limdo's Vault because it is slow and too life intensive against the aggro deck. It basically just always gets dazed, and if it doesn't, it takes too big a chunk out of your life to totally be useful. All the mana stays in because you want to be casting your spells, and all the cantrips stay in because you want to be finding lands and spells to cast. And these, like, Pyroblast obviously does double duty as protecting one of your spells against a force or a spell pierce. It's better than... Sometimes it's better to pay the mana for a Pyroblast than to pay the mana for a spell pierce. Fatal Push just kills stuff, but it also can act as a pseudo-duress occasionally. This is an interesting hand. I kind of want to keep this. It's got a lot of good cards in it, and depending on how the match plays out, a Tendrils in hand could be good. I'll try it. It's a little weak to Wasteland, which is why I'm kind of wary, but especially now, like, being up a card, since they mull to 6, makes me feel a little more comfortable keeping this. What I really want to see is, like, another land off this draw. Maybe by next turn. Like, this turn or next turn. If they didn't shuffle, they probably are loading up on counter magic, which this hand feels like it'd be good against. I'm going to assume they don't have Stifle, but I am going to assume they have Wasteland. There's a Delver. I wonder if it's worth trying to kill. I'd probably do Pyroblast it. Hopefully there's no Stifle here. I gotta fetch an Underground. Oh, fuck. I didn't want to fetch an Underground Sea here. That was dumb. I wanted to fetch a Valk. So I could Pyroblast. Whatever. Fuck me. So, like, I have a kill here, but there's no way that they don't have counter magic. So I'm just going to duress. I'm going to hope my land lives another turn, or that I can draw another one if they have a Wasteland. Ace, sure. So next turn... Surgical, that's a problem. That's a paddling. Preordain. Now they're probably looking for a wasteland, so I'm probably gonna have to spend the brainstorm. These draws were not. I mean, Doomsday was an okay draw, but Act on Impulse was not really the draw I wanted to see with that kind of hand. Still no wasteland, so that's good. What'd they do? They top bottom with the Preordain. And also, me fetching the wrong land was a mistake. Not a land. I gotta. Alright, I'm gonna play the Lotus Petal. I need to try and brainstorm here. This hand isn't. Like, as much as I don't want to. Okay, that was very good. I think I'm gonna put back the Act on Impulse. Although the second Doomsday could also be fine to put back. And that way I can keep the Act on Impulse because it's also a cantrip into a Doomsday pile. So if I draw like another Writ, I could be in business. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold on to the Act because I just don't want to give up my like one cantrip here in case I need to try and draw into a Doomsday pile. I'm going to fetch the basic island. Now, you'll notice that I'm still not using the Pyroblast. The reason for that is because I think I'm going to be more likely to win if I can use the Pyroblast to protect my Doomsday when I actually do go to cast it. I think I'm more likely to win that way than by killing the Delver with it. If I drew a Fatal Push, I'd snap it off against the Delver because it doesn't do anything else. They probably also have Flusterstorm, and I definitely need to remember that they still have a Surgical Extraction. Narset. Okay, that's not so bad, because I'm not drawing cards. But the fact that I also still have a Pyroblast, so I could kill it if I want. What do they get? Brainstorm? Okay, so not a counterspell. I'm definitely... A Dark Writ there would have been like the best possible draw. As it stands, I am currently... I have enough mana to just go Dark Writ, Doomsday, Act on Impulse, but I want the one extra mana to try and protect my Doomsday, so I'm going to wait one more turn. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully they don't wasteland me. Although I suppose even if they do, I could still draw a Dark Writ or a Cabal Writ to get out of it, but I would still have live draws. Even a Lotus Petal, I guess, would be enough there. I will be in a bit of danger of Lightning Bolts, death by a Lightning Bolt, but I can't play around that, so. There's your Brainstorm. Or if the Spark was a mistake. Not putting Act and Impulse back makes drawing a non-Brainstorm cantrip not a kill, though. Yeah, I guess, I mean... I just didn't see a lot of value in holding the... having the second Doomsday, and not putting back the, like, and like, I don't know, I guess Act on Impulse was my only cantrip, and not drawing a, like, not drawing another cantrip and sitting on Doomsday while I'm staring down a Delver would have been worse, I think, than, I don't know, it's a toss-up, I guess. You're probably right, like, maybe I should have, okay, now they have a Daze, great. And a Young Peasy. Alright, so this isn't looking very good, but I definitely have to go for it next turn. Preordain. They are tapping out of Flusterstorm range, though, so... If I could draw another Dark Writ, or a Cabal Writ, or a Lotus Petal, I could still try and get here. And also, I'm not going to die from Bolt. What'd they do? They bottom both. Interesting. I wonder if they're a little light on counter magic. Oh, I drew the Dark Writ. Perfect. Alright. Let's see if we can get there through this motherfucking Narset. I do need to make sure that I get this right. Because I have 6 spells here, and I'll only be able to go like LED Tendrils, which will be 9 spells. So I kind of need them to counter something. Actually, I suppose I could just blast the Narset if it came to it. But hopefully they just counter something and I'll blast that. It's the beauty of Pyroblast. I can blast fucking anything here. Alright, so there's the tendrils. Here's LED. LED, and then the other cards don't matter. So I'm going to hide the Fatal Pushes just in case I lose. They won't know that they're there. I don't need this other LED either. So like if they counter this, it's okay. The trick here is going to be, I guess it doesn't really matter what I do. So this is probably what they are going to counter if they have something that's not like a daze. So now before I can cast this Tendrils, I'm going to have to Pyroblast the Narset so that it's lethal. So there is my 9th Storm, or here is my 9th Storm. I'm just going to crack all this right now. If they were sandbagging a force all the way to this Tendrils, then they had the fucking Soul Read. And that's, that's, alright, there we go. Get fucked, Delver. That's what you get for playing Narset, you son of a bitch. War of the Spark was a fucking mistake. Hey, Dougie. To be fair, I drew pretty well there. That Dark Grit, second Dark Grit was like really the perfect draw. Also, a great example of why Pyroblast is better in a deck like this than Red Elemental Blast. Because Storm count can matter sometimes, and once in a while, they don't give you something to blast. Although I suppose you could have Red Blasted an Narset there too. I just mean like I could have blasted a land if they really had nothing. So. Yeah, it definitely did. See, I told you I knew what I was doing, right? I knew exactly why I kept that fucking Act on Impulse. I just knew they were gonna have Narset. And Narset would have fucking boned me if I hadn't kept the Act on Impulse, so. It pays to be a prophet. Bornage. Well, that hand blows. This hand don't do shit. I really like if you sped up, motherfucker. Oh, God. All day. Holy shit. How long does it take to decide if you want to keep or mull? Okay, alright, mull that shit. They mull too, so that's good. I'm gonna keep this, it ain't great. Excuse me. But finding a Dark Grit could pump out one of these frenzies pretty quick. And I got a backup frenzy to like get through some counter magic if they have it, so this hand's alright. It's not I'm not aroused by it, but I find it acceptable. And I think I'm going to leave that on top too, because now I have actually can ensure that I have enough mana to cast the frenzy, so like at least I have something of a game plan. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Uh-oh. Getting donkey rolled here. Fucking dredge. Ugh. Did they forget to crack the LED? Interesting. I suppose they didn't need to crack the LED. But if they had, they would have dredged off that Grogard Grave Troll. So, kind of looks like they might have misclicked. Unless they know something about dredge that I don't. So, I want to get a Vulcan Ponder. I feel like the way I win this match is by them having kind of a bad dredge. I'm going to shuffle, though. And so there's the Dark Grit, and not hitting any more therapies. So if they can't multi-therapy me, and they can only get one Cabal therapy in, they're probably going to miss off of an opening like that. And then I can try and get Frenzy down and try and win off of it. Because, like, they only have one draw right now. So if their dredge is iffy, drawing happens first with Breakthrough. Yeah, I'm saying if they cracked the LED in response to Breakthrough, they would have discarded their whole hand, and the Grave Troll would have been in the bin to dredge. I think. Unless they didn't have the troll in their hand. Come on, no whammy. So there's a Narcomoeba and a second Cabal therapy. That's annoying. Alright, I almost want to just scoop. Because I don't think I'm going to win this game at this point. Unless they don't therapy. Which they might not do. So, like, I'm not going to scoop unless they therapy me, I think. And even then, I'm not sure. But I don't, like, if they can, now that they have two therapies, if they can therapy my frenzies, I think my chances of winning become so low that it's better to hide the info. And you can fight me about that if you want. It's possible that I'm very wrong, but not a ton to bring in here. I don't know if it's worth it to bring in Echoing Truth. It could bounce something like a random Iona, maybe, or bounce a bunch of zombie tokens to buy me a little time. Dredge isn't going to sideboard against us, but no, like, having them miss on their first Cabal therapy can be huge. Yeah, I don't know. The chances of them, like, they would have taken Frenzy. I think it'd be very wrong for them not to. And even then, like, they're still going to have Narcomoebas or an Icarus coming back, and they're still going to find more therapies. It's just, once they get that first therapy off, if they can hit on therapy and take a business spell, your chances of winning go way down. That's how I see it. But I could be wrong. Alright, let's see. What's not great in this matchup? I'm not really prepared for this matchup. I'm going to cut the Cabal Ritz. I'm going to treat this like other combo decks. Cut the Cabal Ritz. Probably okay to cut Preordains, although I actually think Limdual's Ball is a little slow in this matchup, so I'm going to do 1-1 there. The discard is good, because especially on the play, if you can discard an LED or like their only looting effect, can be pretty big. I'm still not totally sold on this Echoing Truth, but I'm going to play it anyway. I feel like 3 cards just isn't a lot to bring in. Yes, I will play first. Oof, that hand ain't great. I don't think I can keep that. Oof. Alright, we're getting fucked in this match. Alright, keep... put that one on the bottom. This isn't gonna go well. Yeah, I probably would shave a duress or 2 if I was gonna get a 3rd game, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, they're just going to discard. Interesting. Okay. Alright, I'm done. Alright, so sometimes bad things happen. Can't win them all. I think we would have had a shot in game 1 if they hadn't hit a second therapy off their dredge. But I'm still... I think it was still right to hide the info there rather than try and play it out. Let's see what we got this time. That's a pretty good hand. I'll keep that. So this could be a turn 2 kill if I can find a Dark Writ. Lead off with Preordain. Actually, I suppose a Lotus Petal would make this... No, wait, it'd have to be Dark Writ. I think I'm just going to bottom both of that. I got a reasonable amount of land and cantrips. I found another land. Another land's okay. It's not really where I want to be. But, could be worse. Wasteland, that's fun. Well, at least I got more lands. Hopefully this isn't Delver. There's a Thoughtseize. I'm gonna still lead on the Ponder here. Because, like I'm looking for a Dark Writ. Huh. That's interesting. It could get a Frenzy out next turn. Like if I put Frenzy on the bottom and then Delta Tendrils on top, could play a land. Next turn I could like play Bauble and LED, crack LED, draw Frenzy with Bauble, and then crack my fetches to get the rest of the mana for Frenzy, but that's real, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think I'm going to shuffle. There's a Dark Writ. Alright, so now if they go like Plains, I'm just can kill them. If they play something that implies that they're a Delver deck, then I won't kill them. If I draw Petal... Oh, Frenzy is a decent draw here. I think I'm just going to get basic Swamp, because like, if I get bad lands... going to stifle me. If I got Badlands, I still wouldn't be able to produce black and red to play out the Frenzy. So I'm just going to Thoughtseize here. And we'll try and see what's going on. But obviously it seems like it's some kind of Delver deck. Rug Delver, maybe. I suppose it could be a different ruggy sort of deck, like that Rug Cascade deck that's been floating around. I'm going to play out the bauble now, because it's going to let me play through a Daze later on. If I don't need to spend mana on it, basically. So I'm glad I didn't go for that sketchy ass Frenzy line. Okay, it looks like it's just plain ass Rug Delver. So I'm gonna ponder here. I'm definitely less inclined. Like, I think I want to shuffle this. Rug usually doesn't have a super quick clock. There's another Dark Red. Okay. Rug usually doesn't have a super quick clock, so like I have a little bit of time to operate here. I have some potential to double spell them. If I could find a red mana source, I could cast Doomsday and Frenzy on the same turn. And if they let the first Doomsday go and then still counter the Frenzy, I would still be able to go off with a Doomsday pile. So, like, alright, this Goose, I don't know why they didn't crack that fetch. They probably want to draw something they just put back. But the Goose could have been a 3/3. There's my Tendrils. Interesting. Alright, I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to spend the bauble yet. Because, like, if I draw... They're bolting me. Okay, so that... They're trying to get me on a quick clock now. If I draw a discard spell, I can try and kill him. Another Dark Grit. Are you fucking kidding? It's kind of annoying. Alright, let me think here. What do I do? I mean, I can win through a lot of soft counters. Yeah, Act on Impulse probably would be the worst draw there. Dark Ritual's not a very hot draw. 7 cards in hand. I'm just trying to think if there's going to be a line maybe next turn where I can try and just natty drills them. But I feel like I need one more spell to really make that effective. So, like, barring, like, triple bolt, I think I live for another turn. So I think it's just going to be better to wait. Another Brainstorm. So they probably have a lot of stuff here. So there's a Delta. That was a good draw, because it's going to let me play a Frenzy if I want to. Okay. They might stifle it. I'm going to crack. Yep, so there's one spell. Let's see what they do about this. Force pitching Spell Snare. Alright. Well, I'm still not dead. So I can pass another turn if they... And I can try and kill them with Tendrils. I mean, with Doomsday, I guess. And they've also made it so I only need 8 spells to kill him now. Unless they have a Bolt. Like, I could still die to a Bolt. They would need 2 bolts, I suppose. So there's a Goif. Alright, so they hit me to 4. Let's get something good here. That's okay. But I do need this Dark Rit to resolve. Alright. That's... Well, I guess if I draw something off of this, that's pretty close to game. That's not it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So they just had too much counter magic. I didn't get enough mana going. Alright, so I'm going to sideboard the same way against Delve this deck. It's a little less effective because the geese can't be killed, but and the real problem was there is that I didn't have a second black mana to play another Dark Grip, because like the turn before that, if I had if they didn't have the Stifle, I don't know. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to crack the Bauble to try and bait a Stifle, but I wanted it to be able to draw into a Doomsday pile if I ended up having to go down that route to win. So I don't know. Kind of weird. And this hand is not that good. But I also I don't really want to throw it back. Because, like it's got lands and disruption and cantrips. I just don't know if a 6 is actually going to be any better. Like, ignoring the act on impulse. If the act on impulse wasn't there, can we actually move this? What the fuck? There we go. I probably would keep this 6. If I'd already mulled. Like, a 5 isn't going to be better than that. So, I'm just not sure that a 6... Like, I could have a better 6, but I don't know. Alright, so they kept their 6. I'm going to start with the basic island. Okay, those are good cards. I don't want the Doomsday, really, but I do want the Frenzy. I'm kind of hoping that they just don't have a lot of, they have a very threat light hand, and that I can, I'll have some time to sculpt. They don't have another land, so their hand must be fucking chock full of counter magic. So let's brainstorm now that I can play through the days. Another Frenzy. I'm gonna put these two back. Let's see if this gets stifled. It will. That's okay. I am going to stay patient here, I think. Though, I don't want to run the Thoughtseize into a Daze. Of course, they have a Wasteland. Alright. Snowing. No, and of course I draw the fucking Doomsday. Did I shuffled... Oh no, I didn't shuffle because of the Stifle. Alright, well, hopefully this will resolve, because I don't want to... Okay, now we're talking. I think I want to take all of this. I'm going to take the Swamp. I'm going to Thoughtseize right now. I'm hoping it'll resolve. Double Force and a Daze. I can play through the Daze, at least. But the Double Force is a little annoying, for sure. I wonder if I can get them to counter the LED. So they probably gonna drop Double Goose here. That's Rough and Tumble. That's the board wipe, right? Can I not read it? 2 damage to each creature without flying, yeah. The old board wipe. Alright, let's see if they counter this LED. Okay. I do know they're whole hand. If I had another permanent mana source, I would just run a Frenzy into the force, but I probably should have cracked this fetch last turn too. I just didn't really want to run it into... Oh, great. Okay. I didn't want to lose it to Wasteland. They still don't have Threshold, but... Pyroblast. That's not a great card right now. This is annoying. My draws have not been too hot. I think I just need to run the Frenzy into the Force and then hope I draw another land next turn and can just kill him. That's going to be better, I think, than... Like, I need to draw another mana source next turn regardless to either be able to blast their Force or... And it would need to be... Well, no, it wouldn't need to be red. I would still need to have... I would need to have double red next turn. I'm just going to do this. I don't think there's... Maybe they're an idiot and they don't force it. They're casting the Daze. I know the contents of their hand. Right? It's Rough Tumble, Force, and Daze. And now it's Rough Tumble, Trop, and Daze. I'm gonna pay. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Can Rough Tumble hit me? What's the fucking tumble side? It only it only damages creatures, right? Like, now that this is at threshold, they're gonna fucking hit me for 11. I'm gonna go down to 2 next turn. I'm literally gonna have 1 turn. They have Force and a mystery card. This is not good. Let's get some good draws here. I can't Thoughtseize, so we're going to draw that. Actually, do I even want... I'll probably come across another land. I don't think I want to play this Underground Sea. I think I want to... I'll bottom that, and I'll top that. Fatal Push. Well, I'll push the Goyf because I can. I kind of have to. There's a Duress. Let's see what they got. There's another Dark Grit. That's a good draw. Force and a Stifle. I can beat the Stifle if I can find a fucking Doomsday. Well, actually, I suppose if I just take the Stifle, then they can't force me either. So, I take the Stifle. There's an LED. Come on, you son of a bitch. There's the land that I would have run into. Come on, motherfucker. Let's get there. Let's get there. I gotta shuffle this, right? Shuffle it away. Come on. Come on. Fuck me! Ah. That's super frustrating. I mean, like, I took my Limb Duels vaults out, so there are fewer hits, but still, it's frustrating. Alright, this hand's fine. At least I'm breezing through this league, so there's that. I'm breezing through this league because I keep fucking losing. And it looks like we're on against an okay matchup. Nurturing Peatland. So this is probably 4-color loam. I guess it's possible they just chalice me out of the game right now. Sylvan Library. Okay, it's not a chalice. I can beat a chalice. at least, and I have a decent number of basic lands and stuff. So, ooh, ooh, ooh-wee. All right, so this is they're dead next turn if they don't have a chalice or something. If they don't chalice me out of the game. And even if they do, I can get a frenzy down next turn, which is still pretty good. And I can try and win through a chalice. So I feel like I'm in a good spot. Potentially I should have played out my Lotus Petals just so they don't play chalice on 0. But I think that's pretty unlikely. What we got? What the fuck? Okay. So this is not 4-color loam. This is the, this is, what the fuck do they call it? I mean, it's like the green chalice deck. There's a fucking name for it, but it's not coming to me. Alright, we're just getting shafted today. Let's see. So, I'm going to take out the preordains. Probably take out a duress or two. I could take out a duress or two. Could cut a Doomsday. I'm hesitant to cut too many duresses on the play, but it's probably better than anything else. It's like as soon as I said, as long as they don't lock us out of the game, they went and locked me out of the game. It does make me glad that I didn't play the Lotus Petals out, though. Because it just hides a little more info. Okay. It's a keep. There are a number of draws for next turn that will make this into a turn 2 kill. A Conjurer's Bauble or a Lion's Eye Diamond 100% do it. A Lotus Petal does it. Experimental Frenzy might do it. Act on Impulse would do it. Tendrils would do it, I think. Yeah, either of those would do it. So there's 1, 2, 8, there's 10, maybe 14 or so live draws. This might cut off some of those draws. I'd have to think about it. But I'm going to fetch the basic swamp. I'm assuming that they're playing Wastelands and shit, so I don't want to run into that. Double fucking Trinisphere. At least they don't have the whole 3 mana. They did have the Wasteland, though. So, yeah, I think most of those things I mentioned that I could draw last turn will still get me there, despite the Leyline. That's not one of the cards, but as long as they don't draw a soul land, I can still get there next turn. So, assuming, well, maybe I would be a spell short then, actually. It's a bit frustrating. Alright, so they drew their 3rd land, so now they're going to play the Skoos. Excuse boy. I think my lines are getting cut off here. Okay, perfect. They're dead. Whew. That extra spell was what I needed. Alright. So now I wonder if they're going to take their ley lines out. But I don't think I'm going to be changing anything. The only thing I would consider here would be like cutting a Doomsday for a Duress maybe. But I don't think so. I think I like it this way. This deck seems really good to me, my opponent's deck. Like, getting to play Wasteland and Trinisphere just seems fucking rude as hell. Alright, let's see what we can get here. I think this hand is fine. I don't think I want to throw this back. It can make a Frenzy on turn 2. Okay, they have double ley line. That's interesting. So the fact that the Tendrils is in my hand is a little annoying. Because I can't just like discard it with an LED to get it out of my hand. Which means that I'm probably going to need to LEV for a Brainstorm or something. That third land is looking pretty good here. So hopefully I don't have Wasteland. Monk's Diamond. Ghost Quarter. Okay. I'm kind of surprised they pitched the Ghost Quarter. I guess they want their colored mana more, but... What is this? 3-ball. Okay. Frustrating, but not the end of the world. complicate things a little. What's this? Something that costs 3 mana. Chalice on 1. Okay. It all goes away to the Hurkyl's Recall. They don't really have any threats, so I have a little bit of time to sit here. What's this? Something that costs 3 mana. There you go. There's a Goyf. It's a small Goyf. I do need to get black mana. I mean, need to get red mana here, which kind of sucks to open myself up to wastelands, but I think this will kill them, not next turn, but the turn after. If they don't get rid of any of my lands. I do have another Lindor's Vault, so I can rearrange things if I need to. So I'm going to not pay life. And let's see, I want to draw the LED and then the Doomsday, I think. Is that going to work? Alright, this turn I'll draw Doomsday, next turn I'll draw LED. Hurkyl's going to draw LED. I would need to go... Actually, is that going to work? I'm going to pork this a little bit. I still have the second Lindor's Vault, so like, I guess it's... Okay. I suppose... I definitely porked that. What I really should have done was just... No, wait. I don't know. Let me think here. A wasteland would be pretty bad. Stupid. Fuck. This has got to be a Gaddock Teeg, right? Nope. What's that? Activated abilities of artifacts can be activated. That's still annoying. Okay, there's an Abrade down there, right? But I put it like right near the bottom. There's another LED. Alright, I think I'm going to... no, I really need... I need that Abrade, but I also need a Brainstorm to get this Tendrils back into my deck. I think. But maybe I can do that after. This is super fucking annoying. All I wanted to do was have a good time. I fucking did it wrong again. God damn it. I did the fucking order wrong. No, I didn't. I don't even know anymore. This is so annoying. Stupid fucking decks. Alright, I'm gonna upgrade your stupid ass right here. Get fucked, bitch. from the Goyf this time. Alright, so let me think. If I Hurkyl's Recall next turn, what am I drawing? It's another Doomsday. But if I go Dark Grit, Ponder into a Brainstorm, and Brainstorm drawing, like, Brainstorm drawing, like, LED Petal Cantrip, put back Tendrils Frenzy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean 9. So what? Brainstorm, LED. I think I can do it. But I need them to not fuck with me. Actually, I don't know if we can do it. Dryad Armor. One, 2, 3, 4, and only 5. I think I can only get 5 spells out of the pile is the problem. Wait, what if that one's a cantrip? I'm fucking going for it. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna lose if I don't go for it, so. Here we go. Okay. So I need Brainstorm on top to put the tendrils back in. And then I need LED, Petal, and a cantrip. That's not Brainstorm, so I don't die. LED, cantrip. And then another cantrip. So this cantrip goes on the bottom, and these 3 in the middle, and then this on top. Brainstorm. Put back Tendrils, Frenzy, and I go LED, LED. Do you have something to destroy my fucking LED? Shit! No! I couldn't have beat that anyway. God damn it. So, for the record, Petal, Ponder, if they hadn't cast Abrupt Decay, so that was my LED was Storm 6. Petal Ponder is Storm 8. I would have cracked for black and blue. I would have pondered into the second Ponder and then pondered into Tendrils, and that would have been lethal. But they had to have the fucking Abrupt Decay. I was about to beat fucking Leyline, double Leyline, Trinisphere, Chalice, Collector, Oof. And they had to have one more piece of disruption. Alright, let's go for this 2-3. And then we need to fucking take a walk. I need to take a fucking cold shower. Smoke a fucking cigarette after this one. Alright, let's get in here. Alright, I mean, this hand is something. It's sort of functional. So, my opponent is a legacy grinder. Hey, Ape, things have not been going my way. I feel like I have played rather well for the most part. But I suppose I'm open to the idea that I have not, since I am currently 1-3. Those are both good cards. Last game, before you came on, I almost beat double leyline of the fucking shit cocks. What is this, goblins or some shit? Another one of these jerk-off decks. Yeah, so last game I almost beat double Leyline of the Void, Chalice on 1, Trinisphere, Collector Oof. All those were on board at the same time. And it was with what I felt was quite a clever pile. But they had an abrupt decay, and they decayed one of my Lion's Eye diamonds, and made me a very sad boy. So I'm basically, they're going to wasteland me. What deck even is this? Is this goblins with chalices or something? What plays Simian Spirit Guide, Wasteland, and Chalice? They don't play a ton of Simian Spirit Guides, right? Not getting wastelanded is a pretty big game. If I can draw another mana source, I can crap out one of these frenzies. Give me something good here. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so I at least have a shot to try and win this game now. I need a Doomsday on top of my deck. That won't do it. I also had a really tight game versus, two really tight games versus Rug Delver. They were good games. I don't. It was frustrating. The second one was frustrating to lose because I spat out about 10 spells off of a frenzy, and then whiffed. Act on impulse. I guess I cast this, right? I probably want to hold priority and cast it. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Let's just cast it. Oh, I gotta actually click the thing to spend mana. Ooh, those are good. Alright, so they're dead. Not bad, not bad. Let's get a little bit extra mana into play here. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna crack this now. I don't think the one life is gonna matter much. And I want to have another mana open to keep my options open, so... Alright, so this worked out. Pay life, I just need to see a Doomsday. There's one. It's a little interesting to me that they kept deploying creatures and not trying to disrupt my mana, but I guess they probably thought that their best bet was to clock me. They scooped even though that was technically not lethal. So, against Eldrazi, I'm looking at pretty similar sideboarding plan to the deck we played against last round. Cut the Duresses. And cut the Preordains. Submit. Hopefully I can steal another one. Hey, pup. I will attend to you soon. I just need to finish this. Yeah, this hand looks fine, I guess. It's got stuff I want to be doing, so. The whole City of Traders. Channel Sun 1, yep. So, I think it would behoove me to play out some of this crap. There's a Wasteland. What's this gonna be? It's kind of awkward. Oh, a Chalice on 0. Or no, okay, yeah, Chalice on 0. And a Thorn. So they have a very, very, very hateful hand. The old Endless 1/4/1, which got countered by their Chalice. That is so fucking funny. Alright, so next turn I can Hercules them and kill them. That Dark Rit was a very good draw. Assuming, of course, that they don't do anything stupid, which it looks like they aren't going to. So just to make sure, I Hercules this turn. I suppose they could have Blast Zone up, or not Blast Zone. What the fuck is it called? The counterspell, the colorless counterspell, Warping Whale up. But I'm not going to bother to play around that because it's not worth it. So Hercules, and then I will go play my land, and I can go Ponder Dark Rit, or Dark Rit Doomsday Ponder. It's going to have to ponder into Experimental Frenzy, but I will have enough mana for that. And then I'll kill him with a Doomsday Loop. Alright, let's get him. Hope they don't have it. It looks like they're F6'd. So we need Frenzy, LED, Doomsday Tendrils. Alright, so barring any obstruction here, I should get the old 2-3. Yeah, looks good. Hercules Recall sure is a thing. Thanks for the fucking consolation 50 play points. After getting fucking blown out. I played against a couple of, I played against Flying Whales and against Jizzy here. So a couple of high rollers. But, yeah, that was kind of frustrating. Can I look at the game history here? Yeah, so this is the practice game I played before. These are some 2-man queues I played earlier today that went very similarly to this league, actually, where I think they were pretty close, and I just ate shit in the end. There was one of these, I think this one was against, like, the Punishing Dak deck, and I managed, in game 3 I got a Frenzy down on turn 4, and then lost on turn 8, because I whiffed for a billion years in a row. But anyway, so yeah, I beat Blue Red Delver, and then I lost, what was this? This was Dredge. And then this was Rug Delver, where they just, yeah, this was Rug Delver. They just had me. They just had it all. And then the Abzan Chalice Transfer deck, and then Eldrazi. So a lot of Chalice and shit. Anyway, thanks for watching. I gotta get going. Gotta go cook dinner. But yeah, maybe I'll be able to find some time to stream again. It would be nice. Thanks for watching. Bye.